Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Islandgirl Tarot and welcome to your September love reading. I'm going to tell you, like I've told the other signs, I'm only a messenger here. I'm asking for a love reading. I think out of your number 11, maybe you've had 3 or 4 that have been actual love readings. All the other signs have just gotten random messages, and I can only read what the tarot asks me to read. So, um, with that said, we all know it is an interesting September with all of the eclipse seasons and Mercury and Saturn and everybody in the sign of Virgo. So I highly, highly recommend you go see David Palmer, the Leo King. Put your sun sign in and look for him, or Kelly Rosano, Astrology by Bree, and Astrolata are my 4 go-tos. They're all fantastic. They all deliver a little bit differently, but it's amazing when you hear 3 out of the 4, 4 out of the 4 say the exact same thing. You're like, well, okay, this is really going to happen. So, by all means, just stick your sun sign in there and see what your astrology for the month is going to be. Also, don't forget to look at your sun, your rising, and your moon sign. If this doesn't resonate with you, and I'm having to shuffle so much because I had all the cards stacked and the deck stacked for the eclipse energy and for the moon. So let's see. Scorpio, I'm a rising Scorpio. So Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What do you have for us for love for September? Scorpio, September. And you all know that you can always find my information in the Show More section. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Email me for a private reading. Okay, so just not surprised that card has shown up almost. In every spread. Okay, and of course it's the 3 of Swords, and it's the center of your spread, Scorpio. Now, let me look at this really good because I want to. There could be a divorce happening, Scorpio, and the divorce could be with an air sign. I mean, as a matter of fact, it just really wouldn't surprise me. And I think I honestly had this in one of the other signs. I mean, all of these cards together, this is cheating on the internet, getting caught. There goes your marriage, and now you're going to get a divorce. I don't really have those in the exact order that they were in, but those 2 guys are together. This, as I've always said, is an internet card for me. It's choices. The 3 typically can always be a third person in a relationship, and then we had the Hierophant to signify the marriage. So that's interesting, you guys. So some of you may actually be looking at a divorce. For the rest of you Scorpios out there, things are looking okay. Things are looking okay. You might actually be doing the opposite, and after a long layoff, coming in to the end of a dry spell, finding somebody and actually getting married. It might be you're marrying somebody that has 3 children or has maybe even been married 3 times, something to that effect. But there's definitely, these 2 together definitely represent a marriage proposal. And it could be, again, the sun sign has come up, the sun card has come up. This could be with a person that's younger than you, or you might be younger than them. In one of the other ones, it was, more like you had to get family permission. But it does definitely show with the 4, with the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands, and you throw in the two of Cups as well, and the 3 of Cups. I mean, that's a definite wedding without question. Like I said, it can be read both ways. This can, we can definitely be on the road to divorce if you're unhappy, and if you're, newly in a relationship, or not newly, but in a committed relationship that, as I say, you have, you go down a path, and eventually a path leads to an aisle. and it looks like a lot of you are about to walk down an aisle, which is wonderful. Yeah, I'm sorry, the overall energy for the reading was the King of Cups, which of course epitomizes, the whole suit of love and emotion and marriage and that kind of thing. So that really does solidify, as I said, some of you may divorce, some of you are going to get married. And, that does happen every day, but I think for a lot of you Scorpios, I think the decision's going to be made this month under this eclipse, with all the planetary alignment that's going on. With that said, let's get the Doreen Virtue angel cards. At least you guys have marriage in yours, and there's happiness. There's been some of the signs that everybody went to go see their shrink when they got done with it, or their doctor. So at least you guys have something about love and marriage and divorce. And if you do divorce, then of course there's other fish out there. But so I was drawing the angel cards just to give us some sort of a positive ending. Let's see what we have for Scorpio, and this is the Doreen Virtue, if I didn't say, and I've been using the Albano weight deck. I had gone from the Rider-Waite, everything was dark. So for our Scorpios for September 2016, angel message. Well, that one really jumped out. The Three of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Okay, well, isn't that a beautiful card? And the Three of Wands, it means expanding your horizons. It could even mean expanding your family in this case. For those of you that are married, some of you may be, as I said, you might be marrying somebody with 3 children. You could have 2 children and be thinking of adding another child, which would give you 3 children. It is possible with the King of Swords, and the Sun, because that can represent children. The Three of Swords could represent surgery. You could be talking in vitro, and maybe you're implanting 3 eggs, or you get triplets out of it, or something to that effect. And if that's the case, yay, because you've got the Three of Cups here, and it all ends up in a great celebration. So there's a lot of threes going on in here. It's nicer to think of 3 babies being born than 2 people cheating on a 3rd adult, but that's also an extremely possible scenario. Although if somebody is doing that, they're planning, and when they're planning on leaving, they're planning on leaving with money. So I know this may not resonate with everyone. Again, if it doesn't, check your rising and your moon signs. And don't forget to check in with me tomorrow. I'll be here for the daily reading. And again, all my contact information is in the Show More section. And y'all have a great day. Take care, Scorpio. Bye-bye.